Hi, welcome back everyone. We're here with another bridge hand with Steve. We're here playing a hand from the Acol Daylong on BBO. And this was played by a friend of mine called Matt Brown. You get a really, what I consider quite a rare ending. You'll see it in books a lot, but in terms of it actually happening at a table, it's single digits for me in my lifetime. So it's an interesting type of squeeze. We do a lot of squeezes on here. And we're just going to talk you through the hand and the thoughts that go into the play of the hand and trying to get to this interesting end point. So we're the south hand. We got rotated. We ended up declaring it as north. North ends up playing the hand, but we're south. East opens one diamond. We do a takeout double. Almost an ideal shape. In singleton diamonds, probably the only difference between this and an ideal takeout double. West bid a spade. Your partner bids 2 no trumps as a passed hand. Pass, so you bid 3 no trumps. Your honours are well placed. You've got 10, 9, 8 of hearts. The 9 of spades might come into play, as might the 9 of diamonds. And they lead the 8 of diamonds, and you can now see what declarer has. So we're playing this from the north hand, so bear in mind that the defence can't see what's in the north hand. They can only see what's in the south hand. And East led their suit, the 8 of diamonds. Now, because we're playing the Acol Daylong, this will be at least 4 diamonds. And West has at least 4 spades. So there we go. So the 8 of diamonds is led. So we try the 9 of diamonds at trick 1. And that holds. So we're now going to think about what we're going to make on the hand, about how many tricks we've got in 3N. And we've got 1 trick at trick 1. But it looks like the 8 of diamonds lead is from ace, queen, 10, 8. It looks like that because West hasn't covered the 9. So we're probably not going to be able to make any more diamonds unless we can get East to play them. So let's assume we're making no more diamond tricks. How many hearts we're going to make? We're going to make 2 or 3 hearts, depending on whether we can make a third heart trick or not. We're going to make possibly 3 spades. If we play towards the queen of spades and jack of spades, we might be able to make 3 spade tricks. If West has the king, they can go in with it, but then you can untangle your spades using the ace and king of clubs as entries. And you've got the ace and king of clubs. So if we count those up, we've got 1 diamond, hopefully 3 spades. Ace and king of clubs is 7, and ace king of hearts is 9. So it looks like we can get to 9. Maybe there might be a 10th trick in hearts. Singleton king of spades is another possibility, potentially, but I don't think that is good enough. So we're in dummy with the 9 of diamonds, and for want of nothing better to do, we're just going to play a spade towards the queen. We might have to play a spade towards dummy twice. West might be able to duck the first one, and then we're going to have to cross back to our hand to do it twice. So we might as well use an entry to do that now. So we play a spade, and it goes queen and king. So that's not great. If East plays another diamond now, we're going to make some diamond tricks, but East returns their second spade. So we know West has 4 spades. And we need to decide where to win this. And actually, this turns out to be quite important later in the hand. So the reason for winning it in the south hand is twofold. One, the ending. I don't know whether you can envisage that at this point, but the ending that we're trying to get to needs the jack of spades to be in dummy. And 2, we now can't make our 3 spade tricks. So we need to try and make our 3 heart tricks to make this. So what is the best line for 3 heart tricks? Well, if you know who's got honour to 3, you can finesse them and then it will drop. So, for example, imagine West has queen to 3 hearts. We can run the 10 of hearts into East's hand. And then when we play the ace and king of hearts, West's queen will fall and we'll make 3 heart tricks. We also know that the same is true for East. If East has queen to 3 hearts or jack to 3 hearts, we can play a heart to the ace, finesse East's honour, and then your king will crash that honour and you're going to make 3 heart tricks. So if you know who's got honour to 3 hearts, we can probably make 3 heart tricks. Now, if obviously one hand's got both and you finesse through the hand with both, you'll make them anyway. They'll have to split, otherwise you'll get a free finesse. So who should we play for honour to 3 hearts? And if you listen to the bidding, it's obvious. West bid 1 spade. So already you need to be thinking about this, not necessarily what they have got, but what they haven't got, what they can't have. West has bid 1 spade and East has shown up with 2 spades. So you know West only has 4 spades, which means you know West cannot have 4 hearts. They didn't make a takeout double. They didn't make a negative double showing both majors. So you know that West has 4 spades. You know that East has to have at least 4 hearts. And based on the bidding, you think East has got exactly 4 hearts. So one reason we're going to finesse West for the Jack of Hearts is that West is the hand that's going to have 3 hearts more often than not. And the other reason we're going to go up with the Ace of Spades is that if for whatever reason we can't make the tricks we're trying to earmark and making, we're going to have to rely on a squeeze. And the only squeeze that's going to work is a squeeze in the black suits. And that has to be against West because we know East is likely 4-5 in the reds, probably. So we'll see that in a bit more detail, but for various reasons we're going to go up with the Ace of Spades and block the spades, and it comes into play later. And we're now going to finesse the heart, so we need to be in the south hand to do this finesse. We're going to run the 8 of hearts, and East hopefully only has one of the heart on as the Queen or the Jack, and as West has the other one, we're going to be able to make 3 heart tricks. So East wins the Queen. So if West initially started with Jack to 3 hearts, we know they can't have 4. We're going to make 3 heart tricks now. So we've already made 2 tricks. We've got another spade for 3. We've got 3 more hearts for 6. And we've got the ace king clubs for 8. We're going to need a bit of help for our 9th trick somehow. And we get it. East plays the ace of diamonds. Brilliant. So East plays the ace of diamonds. And now you pretty much have a count of the hand. West started with 4 spades. Hopefully 3 hearts, because otherwise East is 5-5 in hearts. And so at this point you have an actual count of the hand. East has played the ace of diamonds, so you know East initially was 2-4-5-2, and you know West initially was 4-3-1-5. And East has a chance to beat it here, or not beat it, but stop us making our over trick. We're actually going to make 10 here if East plays the wrong thing, and they do. They play a heart. We'll come back to that at the end potentially and look at what East could have done. We're going to play a heart. It's very difficult to see what's going to happen here, but we are looking to squeeze someone for our 10th trick. Hopefully, we're already making 9. The ace of diamonds gives us 9, assuming the jack of hearts is going to fall. And to squeeze someone, we need 2 threats against the same person. Well, we can't squeeze East because the only threat we have against East is the diamond threat. Okay, and we also have no entry to that from the south hand. So South's sort of wasted if we're trying to squeeze East. So we actually need to try and squeeze West, and we have 2 suits we can squeeze West in, and they're the black suits, which if you go back to us blocking the spades earlier, that is essential. In the position where we're trying to squeeze West, we need an entry to the north hand in one of the black suits to do so. So that's the jack of spades. Because South, we can't just have all the spade entries and club entries in the south hand, because West is discarding after South, and you always need a threat in the hand above the person you're trying to squeeze. So that's it. So we're going to see what happens here. We're going to win the hearts with the ace. There's the jack of hearts has gone, which is pretty good. West covered the 9. So we know now this is going to work. We have a complete count of the hand. We know this squeeze is going to work. And what we're going to do is we're going to play the king of diamonds, and we're going to block the clubs. So not only have we blocked the spades, but we're also going to block the clubs. And you'll see why in a second. We know that West initially had 4 spades and 5 clubs, and that the only person who can guard the 4th round of spades or the 3rd round of clubs. We're now going to cross to a club honor, and we're going to cash our heart. So we can cash a heart. And when we cash the last heart, West is toast. What does West throw away here? Well, if we have a look at their hand, oops, no, we'll try that again. If we have a look at their hand, they've got to guard the spades and the clubs. So whatever they throw away, we're going to throw dummies jack of diamonds. Let's see what they throw away. They throw the 8 of spades. And you can see what's going to happen now. Because we have an entry in clubs in the south end and in spades in the north hand, what we do is we unblock the suit that West discarded in. So here, we're going to play a spade to the jack. And we have the ace of clubs as an entry to our winning spade. If we go back a bit, and to this point here, what could West play? Well, again, if West instead discards a club, we still throw a diamond away. And now we unblock the clubs. Instead of playing a spade to the jack, we play the ace of clubs. And we can now cross to dummy. And dummy has a winning club because West was squeezed. Okay. If we have a look at the whole hand, you can see that the count of the hand was pretty accurate. We got a count of the hand pretty early when East tried to cash the ace of diamonds, which was a mistake. But at the point East cashed their ace of diamonds, if we go to that point here, East still has a chance to beat this. because lots of things are getting blocked. The normal way, it's what's called a crisscross squeeze. The normal way to break up a crisscross squeeze is to knock out one of the blocked honours. Well, here you can see that East can't play a spade because they haven't got one. If they could play a spade, they would have broken it up. And if East plays a club, well, we've got 2 club honours. It shouldn't matter. Well, it does, because what happens is you need to cash all the hearts before unblocking things and whatnot. But if East plays a club back at this point, you actually are an entry short to do so. You can't unblock the hearts and retain the ace of clubs. Remember that the end game, you need to have effectively the blocked spades and the blocked clubs in 2 different hands. And East, although they haven't taken out the entry, they've taken out one of the 2 entries you need to unblock the hearts. So crisscross squeezes are very rare, they're very hard to spot, and they're very fragile. I haven't really seen one that's occurred at the table where the defence couldn't have broken it up. Here, East made 2 mistakes. 1, they cashed the ace of diamonds, and 2, they didn't play a club at this point. Now, not playing a club is a very difficult thing to see, but the ace of diamonds is probably just a mistake. The other criticism as well, maybe they shouldn't lead a diamond at trick 1 if they... I don't know what I would lead. Maybe the king of spades, but again, that gives a trick up as well. So, well played, Matt. A crisscross squeeze. It was pretty snazzy. And that's a way to squeeze someone. It's a bit like a trump squeeze, but you squeeze them without trumps. And in both cases, like trump squeezes and crisscross squeezes, you're trying to block suits because you've got the wrong person squeezed. You're trying to squeeze the person over the wrong hand, effectively. So... anyway, that was a really nice hand, very difficult. Not sure I'd have done the same thing, but for all the reasons we were talking about through the hands, and once they get to the point where they play the ace of diamonds, you actually know the squeeze is going to happen. So as long as they don't play a club back. So thanks for not playing a club back, Gib. That did make a more interesting story. Anyway, I've been Steve. I'll see you soon.